Good morning, children. I hope you all are well. Now let's start with subject English chapter 10. The Banyan Tree, part 1. Children, have you ever seen mongoose? Do you remember that in last chapter, in ninth chapter also, we have studied about mongoose. That mongoose can fight with snake and kill the snake. Now, the fight of cobra and mongoose is like a drama and it is mostly seen in India. But the mongoose is very quick in the motion than the snake. The cobra assumes a posture of defense and attempt to reach the animal by a sweeping strike. But the quick movement of mongoose jumps out of reach and comes at the another side of snake. This type of constant moves discourages snake and the mongoose is finally able to leap into the close and bury its teeth in the snake's neck. Bury means to hide, usually serving the joints of its vertebrae. Vertebrae means each series of small bones forming a backbone. Children, I hope you all have seen banyan tree, right? This chapter is about what the author saw as a young boy when he was sitting in an old banyan tree with his grandfather's house. Now let's start with part 1 of the chapter. Now the author says the house and the grounds belongs to my grandfather, but the magnificent means big old banyan tree was mine, because the grandfather is 65 years old and now he is not able to climb the tree, and the spreading branches which hung to the ground till the roots. And the author enjoys passing through the twisting passages of the tree. Twisting passages means a space between two branches, as you can see in the picture with the blue colored arrow. And the squirrels, snails and butterflies were also there. And the tree was older than the house, older than grandfather, and old as Dehradun itself. And the author says, I can hide myself in its branches and behind thick and green leaves and spy on the world below, means to watch secretly. We can say jasusi karna. The author says my first friend was a small grey squirrel. And the squirrel was not happy when the author attacked on his privacy. And with the time, he became friendly. And when the author brought cake or biscuits for him, he boldly come and take morsels, means small pieces of that food from his hand. And with the time, the squirrel and the author became too friendly. The squirrel used to go under his pocket and used to help himself to find whatever he could. And the author says the squirrel was quite young and his friends and relatives thought him foolish as he was trusting human. And in the spring season, the banyan tree was full of small red figs. Figs means, yes, fig means anjeer. All kinds of birds were there, like the red-bottomed bulbul, cheerful and greedy parrots, manna and crows. And they used to squabble with each other, means to quarrel. The author says during the fig season, the banyan tree was the noisiest place in the garden. And he says, halfway up the tree, I had built a crude platform where he used to spend the afternoons when there was not too much hot. He says, I can read there and popping myself up against the tree with a cushion from the living room. Popping myself means to leaning against, or we can say to bend or slant away from the vertical. And the books like Treasure Island, Huckleberry Finn, and the story of Dr. Dolittle, all these books made up my banyan tree library. And the author says, when I did not like to read, I looked down through the leaves. And on one particular afternoon, I had a grandstand view of a classics of Indian wilds, a fight between mongoose and the cobra. Grandstand view means a clear view from the best position. Here, our first part of the chapter gets complete. And I hope you understood and enjoyed the chapter as the author was enjoying a natural beauty of a place, a tree in the chapter. In next video, we will go with next part of the chapter.